Hey everybody, and thank you for joining us on the Time Rust Brain Trust podcast. This is the podcast that analyzes modern culture and gives it to you in a way you can understand. So, let me start with the introductions. We got to my left.
We're dumbing
Marcus.
it down, folks. Episode 7.
You know what it is, peoples. And seriously, we not talk about you, Steve. You weren't here last week, but we talked about this and Nate's endless quest to find a perfect line to open and close the show.
Throw that one out because that was not it.
I hate you guys.
Anyway. It's alright, Nate. You'll get it.
And to the left of Marquise is Eli.
What's up?
And to Eli's left is...
I'm infinitely here.
That's a little creepy.
To Eli's left is Steve, who
Hey,
wasn't
guys.
here last week.
Totally back. Excited to be here.
A little too excited.
I've got the worst case of giggle right now.
Oh, man.
That's cool.
We've already been working on stuff. We're going to have a video review of G.I. Joe Retaliation on the site here in a little while.
We'll have a written review sometime this weekend.
In 2 weeks, because that's apparently how we roll.
That is what's up.
Dude, I've got 3 articles up. What are you talking about?
Hey, it's not like we get these games in advance.
StarCraft came out like a month ago.
2
No,
weeks.
it didn't.
Like 2 weeks
2
ago.
weeks.
It was like 2 weeks.
Well, you're almost done anyway.
I've got like a paragraph
Yeah. Okay.
to write.
So
I actually have my reviews coming along, and I'm actually also parallel writing a review of the sadly missed Green Lantern series on Saturday.
he's crying. They're green tears.
Fake tears of fake sadness.
They're
I
green
hate
energy.
Cartoon Network. They are now dead to me. Except for on Mondays when I watch Adventure Time.
I'm watching just stuff on Disney XD because they're
They're way better.
Marvel.
Randy Cunningham, 9th Grade Ninja.
It's an awesome show.
Amazing shit. Made by Titmouse, who did
See,
Metalocalypse.
was that
What was that?
That happened to be someone's cell phone.
Twinkle dust.
Oh, that was me.
It sounded kind of...
That was Eli texting me.
What? No, it wasn't.
Okay, so,
All right,
Wow.
guys. So,
Awesome.
shall we
we
continue?
just
well, let's get into what are you doing. So we'll start with Marquise as always. Isn't with me is Garth. What? Marquise,
Oh
what
my
are you doing?
all right. Well,
Swing.
of course, I finally finished. Swing. Yeah, I finally finished Far Cry 3.
Finally.
Finally. And I was totally disappointed.
And
with
you've
the
joined the
endings.
hate club.
I need to join this club.
I got to the endings. I played it again to get to both endings, and I wanted to throw. If it wasn't Nate's copy of the game, I'd have threw the game against the wall.
But the game itself isn't horrible. It's just the endings suck.
The last 4 hours of that game.
You know, I don't have a problem with. Do you?
I don't have the problem with the last. It's the endings for me. The
Just
endings
the very end.
just destroy what I was working for. I'm like, yeah, I've grown with Jason Brody. This is the guy. He's saving the day. He's getting the Tatao, and he's the power. And then all of a sudden, spoiler alert, die.
Spoiler alert, he's just as lame as you always thought he was.
At least it's not as bad as he woke up and he was just having a dream or something ridiculous like that.
That would have been so much
That would have
better.
been so much better.
You know,
Like he wakes up on the boat going to the island like, man, that was awful.
It would have been way better
Come on,
if
bro,
he,
pass me a
like,
beer.
at the end of the game, he woke up and he was, like, in the bathroom of the club that they kept showing him at, and he had, like, stitches where his kidney should have been.
That would have been way better.
Yeah, basically anything would have been better than what we got. That's
Yeah.
what it's come down to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that
They
way about a
completely
lot of
threw
stuff
away
nowadays.
all the cool, interesting things they were doing with insanity. At the end of the game, there's no insanity.
No, they have that in the other ending, but it sucks.
No.
Yeah, it
Well,
sucks easy. You haven't
Man,
seen
it makes me feel
I just
slightly
haven't been
disappointed.
motivated enough to go back and get the
It's
other
like playing,
bad
it was like
How
playing
about
the original
you-
cut of Mass Effect 3 and you're like, what is this garbage?
Right.
It feels like everything I've done up until
Yeah.
now is meaningless.
Exactly.
Basically, the other ending is you going on YouTube, watching it, and then not having to go play through the
That's
game again.
probably a good idea, but
Because
I want
that's
the
what I did.
achievement.
Well, and then
I don't have the achievements.
We
See,
also-
I
I
did
don't
that
want to do the
with Dante's Inferno, where I just watched the whole game cut as a back-to-back cutscenes in like 30 minutes, and I was like, oh man, I don't have to put myself through the horror of playing through that awful game.
Well, we also I also finished. I started playing Warhammer 40K.
That's an amazing
Awesome
game.
Yeah. Awesome game. I also what else did I play? Oh, we played. Started playing Bioshock Infinite because we We did the Time Rush Tuesday, and that was fun, and we had a blast doing that. Check out the video on Twitch, right? It was on the Twitch TV.
Twitch.tv/.
It's archived on there.
Yep.
Yeah, so go check that.
One of two.
Go check that out. That was some fun stuff we were having. I read Age of Ultron #3. Big reveal. I'm not going to spoil it because it was too big to spoil, but it's a deep reveal.
I got no problem spoiling it.
Sure.
Did you read
No.
it? No. Okay. I'll tell you after.
It's cool.
But then what else? Then I read no, that was I think that no. I watched an Angel this week.
Really?
I threw it old school, man.
Well, also,
Whoa.
We're going to talk about a little bit more later on both of them. But didn't you watch something last weekend, Sunday?
I watched Olympus Has Fallen. That was pretty awesome. Great movie. Check out my review on that on the site, timerush.com. Shameless plugs all the way. But really good action flick. I enjoyed the mess out of it. Gerard Butler was cool. Rick Yoon was awesome, Mr. Bad Guy.
When is Gerard Butler not cool?
In all his romantic comedies?
Yeah.
Anything with Katherine Heigl?
Oh, I forgot about that on purpose.
Yes.
P.S. I Love You, where he died and then it was all flashbacks. Anyways.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I didn't know they made that movie. On purpose.
Yeah. So yeah. But that's pretty much what I was. I read Guardians of the Galaxy #1.
Awesome.
Business is doing work. It's doing work. I love that Tony Stark's on the team. I love that Peter Quill is dealing with his daddy issues.
Sorry.
So I love Gamora. She's awesome. And she's a cartoon character, Nate.
She's going to be in the movie, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she is.
But yeah, so that's what I was pretty much doing.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's what I was doing this week.
All right.
Quit doing things, Marquise.
Well played.
Marquise, you need to go home. You're drunk.
Hey, at least I'm not asleep.
My friend is so drunk he's in the fireplace yelling Diagon Alley.
I could be asleep.
So, Eli,
That's awful.
what have you been doing?
Well, I've been playing Bioshock Infinite, and that game is amazing.
Never.
And I'm so close to the end of it that it is killing me right now to be sitting here doing this because I want to play the last couple hours of that game so bad to find out what is going on in Colombia. And like stuff is starting to come together, and the threads that they're weaving are really, really amazing, and just the kind of mental twisty stuff that I love. And
So it's creating a diverse and rich tapestry of storytelling.
it is.
Hey.
But you have to be willing to stop and listen to what people are saying around you.
Anyway,
No. If you watch our Twitch feed, you'll see that there was a certain someone playing, not me and not Eli, because he was manning the Twitch.
The shot.
Yeah. He was manning the social community feeds. So someone else was playing, Marquise, and would not listen to anything. Like, if someone was talking, he would just sprint past them. If a machine was talking, or what, sprint past them.
Any kind of story was happening, Marquise was like, no, where's the next dude for me to shoot? Because Call
I
of
hate
Duty.
it when people are like that, where they're like, "Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna hit the A button. I'm gonna
No,
spam the A button.
no. Here's what happened.
I don't want to talk to this dude. I just want to shoot him in the face."
Easy wants me to stop at everything and listen to every little bit of every story, every side quest. I don't want to do all that. I'm a main story type of guy. If I want a side quest, I'll
But
play through it
in a Bioshock
again.
game, that is the main story, though. That's the thing. Like, that stuff is the story.
It is.
Anyway,
Box's phones.
Anywho,
rock.
I've been playing that. That game is amazing.
Well, that's basically been your life this week.
That's been what I've been doing since Tuesday. I've been playing also. I did play some Luigi's Mansion still this morning. I'm on the second mansion on there.
There's multiple mansions.
Don't make fart noises at that. That game is amazing.
it makes me bad.
No, it's really good. You should watch out because it's really good. It's really good.
You better watch yourself. I'm gonna cut you.
I'm just like to clarify that I was just threatened over Luigi's Mansion.
That's right.
Nintendo fanboys will kill you.
It's really good. It has a crazy multiplayer mode where, like, it actually has online play, and I teamed up with 3 other dudes, and I went into this, like, tower, and you're basically trying to, like, you all split off into this big mansion, and you're trying to find the exit, and there's tons of crazy ghosts and stuff that you gotta catch that are trying to kill you. Like, you can call out for help to the other guys, and then, like, your room will blink, and they'll come over and help you. So that mode's really cool, and like the money and stuff that you earn in that carries back over to your single player game to help you get the next upgrade for your
vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner, yeah.
That you use to suck up ghosts.
Yeah. Why not?
Let me clarify. It's a vacuum cleaner.
It's lighthearted fun.
That you use to suck up ghosts.
It's lighthearted fun.
He ain't afraid of no ghost.
And
I know who I'm gonna call, and it's definitely not Luigi.
That was great.
Well, I wouldn't call Luigi either. I'd call the Ghostbusters. But
I feel like
I mean,
somebody get Bill Murray down here.
yeah,
Proton pack, vacuum. Proton pack, vacuum.
Nuclear laser gun that sucks up ghosts, much cooler.
yeah.
But I can see where you're going with that. I mean, if you still like Nintendo and don't hate their guts because they're an awful soul-sucking company, then
I really don't. Like, I just am genuinely a fan of games that are fun. I don't care who puts them out. It just, as long as it's fun and there's some element of humor or just any kind of thing that's fun, I love it.
I want, just real quick, I want you to, you got, yeah, a little bit. You've also been playing a little bit of Ridiculous Fishing.
I continue to play Ridiculous Fishing, like anytime that I'm somewhere where I am not connected to a console or my computer, I pull the iPhone out of my pocket and I play Ridiculous Fishing.
Worth every penny.
It's $3 and it was completely worth it. That game is fun and addictive. I've still not unlocked all the stuff. I feel like there's still plenty of goals for me to work towards in that game, and it's a good little time waster. Also, I've been playing a ton of Minecraft. I'm playing the Feed the Beast mod pack, and trying to get my brain wrapped around all the crazy like machinery and contraptions in that, because I still don't completely understand like the progression in that. But that's a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing some Let's Play series of that coming up soon here. I'm going to have
on
those...
your personal feed.
Yeah, on my personal feed,
which
is twitch.tv/not_serious. And that'll be on there, and I'll probably also end up getting my YouTube channel finally set up to accommodate some of that stuff as well. But lots of fun to be had with Minecraft, but mostly Bioshock Infinite this week.
All right. Steve, we haven't talked to you in a while. What are you doing?
Well, I picked up the latest issue of Green Lantern: The New Guardians. Pretty excited where they're going with that. It's the art had some sketchy bits, but it was overall pretty excellent. Story's fleshing out pretty well. I read that. I finished Dance of Dragons by George R.R. Martin.
Nice.
And I had some trouble in the dry spot in the middle where it was awful. Boring, but it got pretty good near the end. It sets up for a good next book. I highly suggest you check out the HBO series of Game of Thrones. It's super good.
I still haven't finished Game of Thrones.
Oh, you need to. It's fantastic. Let's see. I've been playing a lot of Vampire the Requiem on Wednesdays. Just started a new game of that with my friend Brandon today. And I'm getting ready for Blood and Smoke, which is the new retooling of the series mechanics for the tabletop coming out in the next couple of months. Been reading into the new changes for D&D 5th edition and being very sad and disappointed that Wizards of the Coast hasn't hung up that hat yet. I reinstalled Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which, being released in 2004, is still a fantastic game using the Source engine.
Yeah.
Like, really
Source
awesome.
engine always holds up.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
There's something about it. It just like
It's...
I can go back to Half-Life 2 any given second, and that game is still completely fine to play because of the Source.
There's
engine.
a huge mod community, and it supports that. You've got people still making the advanced unofficial patches to keep the game running properly because it's so good. Aside from that, I got back into League of Legends because of a couple friends of mine. which also leads me to the new MOBA that I'm looking forward to, which is Infinite Crisis.
Infinite Crisis. I have a friend, actually, that worked on that while he was at Turbine.
I'm actually quite excited because they have... I'm not sure. I haven't been able to read a lot about it, whether they're doing the different heroes versions as separate heroes or they're just doing them as skin packs. I don't know, but you guys should check that out. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks
the
really
ability
cool.
to play as...
I heard about that. I heard a little about that.
It looks good. I'm excited. I'm a fan of the MOBA game. I mean, it's fun to get together with a bunch of people on Mumble and just like blow stuff up and laugh at people because they are horrible on the other team, and just do your thing. I mean,
I've always been a huge fan of Dota. I played a ton of Dota.
Dota 2 was good,
and
but
I prefer Dota 2 to League of Legends just because I'm familiar with. I'm more familiar with it.
I understand. I follow Riot really well, but aside from that, I watched Looper this week.
That movie,
Yeah.
Movie is fantastic.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Let's see, what else have I done?
I still need to see that.
Let's see. I booted up. We were talking about all these old. I started going through the Uncharted series a little bit.
Nice. Always good to do.
Finishing up my morning of the Green Lantern. I watched all of the Green Lantern again over the last week, and it's not going to get any better.
He's just like sitting in a corner of a dark room in a hoodie,
Wondering why.
brooding,
Wondering why they would
clutching
cancel
his
two of the best.
his ring.
I have two
Little
of the,
Green Lantern ring.
I've got a ring
Just
of every
like-
color actually from the Blackest Night box set.
Yeah, that's right.
But I just like aside from all that, I mean, I watched Looper, and I picked up a copy of that, and it was just I kept going back through older games, money being tight and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking for free. I started playing PlanetSide 2 again, and I'm looking forward to get that written up and put on the site. Aside from my Heart of the Swarm, I've been playing that online and being feeling bad about myself because I'm not Korean.
Yep.
And I'm looking forward to hooking up with Eli a little bit sometime soon and putting our horrible antics on the interwebs.
Yeah, we can get into that as soon as I finish up Bioshock.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't see anyone in this room becoming, like league players or whatever.
If I had the time to dedicate to it, like if I could just say, all right, nothing else matters, I am going to be a professional StarCraft 2 player, I could see myself getting there because I already understand all the different strategies and why they work, and like I understand like the unit stats, and like I get that stuff, I get that part of it, but making my hands remember what the hotkeys are and how to do it under pressure, like it's like PvP in World of Warcraft and stuff. Like anytime like I get attacked by another person, I just like freak out, like my heart feels like it's going to explode out of my chest, and I have no idea what to do. And I die.
You're evidently playing the wrong class. You just gotta play a Death Knight and face.
I play a Death Knight.
You just Death Grip him, lock him down.
That's how bad it is. Like I freak out.
Aside from that, I
can't handle
played
it.
Borderlands 2 a little bit, and I started a game with a friend of mine, and I will have to say I'm probably gonna have to buy that game.
Yeah, you should.
Once I pick up my own Xbox 360, that'll probably, aside from Halo 4, that's gonna be at the top of my list as a solid shooter. It won a lot of awards, and it was just freaking-tastic, and I enjoy playing a cyber ninja with a sniper rifle. It's really good. And that's pretty much,
And they actually made the sniping in that game good. And I have some more Borderlands 2 news that we'll get to.
Also,
so now's a good time
the one
to play
thing
it.
that to wrap up my part of the segment is I've been working on my illustration work for I'm working with one of my old teachers. She wrote a book, and I was working on that this week mostly, which is the reason why none of my articles are done.
Wah.
That's cool though. That's awesome.
And let's see, I've been...
Yeah, what have you been doing?
What you doing, Nate?
Playing a lot of Bioshock Infinite, watching some movies, and let's see, I too watched Olympus Has Fallen, great movie. I agree with Marquise's review, although I probably would have given it one more mark higher personally.
What did you end up giving it?
Hold on, they gotta read it. They gotta read it.
Don't drop the spoilers, man.
They gotta read it.
We want them to go to the site and actually read stuff.
It's a movie worth seeing, definitely. I'm going to buy it on Blu-ray.
It's the bought it on Blu-ray rating.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what?
Oh, snap!
Yeah.
Yeah, it was worth it. It was very good.
And what else? Went to go see G.I. Joe Retaliation. Thought it's a lot of fun. It's worth seeing, and it's way better than
I'll see
anyone
the
thought it was
matinee.
going to be. No, I mean, like, 3D was good, but just go do the matinee non-3D. You'll be fine. Because that's like, that'll save you like $5-6.
It'll save you like $500 or $600
per person. Let's see what else.
It'll save you a rent payment.
Really, all I've been playing is Bioshock, because it's amazing. Bioshock Infinite is just outstanding. I did play a little bit of Warhammer 40k,
Space Marine. That game.
Then I let Marquise borrow it.
It's so much fun.
I
It
could
is
play.
fun.
I played like I maxed out my level on multiplayer, got to level 40 and stuff, and I think my favorite part was playing Space Marine dress up with the different pieces of armor. But like when you jump down and you like cut an orc in two with a chainsaw blade and you like hit him with, dude, wait till the part in the game where you get the thunder hammer. And
That thing's crazy.
It is a two-handed hammer with a antimatter engine in the middle of it, and it smashes things to death. And you get a rocket pack, and you're just crushing everything.
See, this is why, like,
It's awesome.
my girlfriend got it for me this month, and this is why I'm okay with not having Gears of War Judgment right now, because I have this game.
Because Gears of War Judgment, I'm going to say this straight up.
Mediocre.
I don't need to
It's
invade
not
on your
bad.
what do you do. But see, Gears of War is a great series. But if you want to figure out where Gears of War and StarCraft also came from, go look up Warhammer 40k.
Yeah.
The game Space Marine and its predecessors like Kill Team for the DLC game for the online marketplace, and the Dawn of War games, which were also fantastic RTS.
I have those.
Yeah,
They're good.
I still haven't. I still have to finish the Chaos Rising pack. But anyway, they're so good and they're so brutal. It's a gritty, ridiculous universe, and I would love to play that for the interwebs and watch people how ridiculous this game can be.
I would rather they make a 40k MMO than make a lot of other MMOs, but that's just me.
I would play a 40k MMO.
I mean, I don't think they're going to make a StarCraft MMO anytime soon.
They had a 40k.
So.
They had a 40k MMO in development, and they shelved it because Warhammer
Did awful.
Because it was a good game, but they were trying too hard to compete with World of Warcraft, and you can't compete with the fluke that is World of Warcraft.
Got to make your own thing. Period.
Got to be your own thing.
That's
Gotta
why
be original. Gotta have a cohesive art style that doesn't look disjointed everywhere you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
like I
good
think
Lord.
Defiance might actually be.
Gotta have
decent.
good quality animations.
Guild Wars 2
The feel
was
of
good for
moving
that.
around has to feel good
They
and tight.
tried.
Like,
They tried
has
to
to
make
feel
a cohesive
responsive.
game, and they didn't want to. They didn't want to be World of Warcraft because World of Warcraft cannot be duplicated.
to me, that's always the thing that kills it. Like when I try a different MMO, it's always the way your character moves. Like World of Warcraft is just so responsive, like in just moving around in the world, that like I just always feel slighted when I go to something else because it feels like slow.
You know what game I felt slighted me the most? Final Fantasy 14.
You know,
That
I
game
know-
doesn't exist though, right?
No, it
I
exists.
still have. I still
The-
hate in my heart for that game. That's why.
the-
That's why I haven't bought a Square Enix title for a long time.
Yeah, but they have some really good games that aren't from that team. Like,
Because they bought a company to
Yeah.
make better games because they don't know. The Japanese at this moment in time do not know what a good video game is.
what's that one? Sleeping Dogs is actually a decent game. Tomb Raider just came out, but you know those are not.
Those were in development before their company was
Yeah.
bought.
So, but
They need to talk.
Which
They need to talk to
that'll lead into the
BioWare
news here in a minute.
and rediscover what an RPG really means.
Rocket propelled grenade, right?
No, not rocket propelled grenade.
The thing I'm not playing right now is Dishonored because I got bored with it. But
I heard that was a good game. I kind of want to play it.
okay, but if you play Far Cry 3 first, then it's going to ruin Dishonored for you. Because
Why would it ruin Dishonored? It shouldn't ruren. It shouldn't do
Okay.
anything to Dishonored.
Dishonored, aren't you like a,
is
a
Because it's a
magically
completely
powered
separate.
assassin?
Yes, you are.
It's basically like
Then-
Bioshock mixed with what's that
Then
one?
how does Skyrim with guns make Dishonored worse?
Because Skyrim with guns gives you options on how you play the game.
Uh-huh.
Let's say
Dishonored does too. There's like a billion
No,
different ways to
no,
complete the thing.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
How
I
far are
forgot
you
to
in that
mention.
game?
I
Not
heard.
very far.
I
Exactly.
read something
It's not,
in my
no.
my Game Informer this month. They're making another Thief game.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't do that.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
No, it's just I
Sorry to be random, but it's like
okay.
Thief is amazing.
The stealth,
It is.
the
Thief is
stealth
great.
in
Throwing
Dishonored.
bodies down
I
wells.
can't wait to see how the new one is. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be great.
The stealth in Dishonored is not.
Perfect.
It's not. Yeah, it's not perfect. It's
Stealth in Far Cry is definitely not perfect.
Yeah, but it's more fun.
If you use a
It's
bow,
way
then
more
guys
fun.
are. You could like. I saw a video where a guy shot.
The stealth
a
in
dude
Far
next to
Cry
him.
just involves like
You were-
walking behind someone and you're stealthy.
No, you have to actually get out of sight somehow. Like
You have to follow him 2 car lengths back.
No, you have to like run into the forest area and then hunker down, and then they can't see you. Although it doesn't always make sense, and sometimes they can find you, and sometimes they can't.
A lot of the time they can see you even though they can't see you.
See, that's one thing I
Sometimes.
hated most about. On a tangent, Mass Effect 3's multiplayer, when you use your tactical cloaking
Yep.
as a the bad guys can see you when you move, and
Yep.
it sucks. You're
Yep.
like, I'm just gonna go res my buddy, and then like the freaking Gath Prime's like, nah, I'm
Guess
gonna
what?
hit
No,
you
you're
with
not.
concussive blow up shots. Now you're dead.
Now, one of the things we're going to talk about is a new segment where we're just looking for the best time waster on Netflix. We're going to start doing this each week. Each one of us will find something, and we'll bring one to the podcast.
Rust off the Netflix titles.
Wow, that was too long.
I sent you a name, and I forgot it.
Oh.
But, so anyways, I'll go
Did
ahead.
you send it to the email or
We'll
did
go
I
with
just
that for
text
now.
No,
message?
no, it's the email.
Okay.
Do you read them?
Yeah, I do.
Sometimes.
I just forget them.
It's just, it's like, it's
I was
just
away
just
from
so-
gone.
they're
I
so
was away from
forgettable.
home all day.
Okay, so we're going to take this time now and talk about Tai Chi Zero. Okay, I'm going to tell you why this is a good
I've
movie.
seen it on
You saw a
Netflix. Never
preview?
watched it. It
A
looks
preview?
pretty cool.
Okay, basically,
Wow.
someone watched Scott Pilgrim versus the World
Ah, great movie.
and then said, I want to take
comics are
this and make a great kung fu film. And it's actually a 2-part film because there's a sequel that just came out in theaters in January called Tai Chi Hero, because he goes from zero to hero.
Nate.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. They
I'm gonna have to
actually
go
say
watch
that.
this.
Zero to
It's
hero.
so awesome.
Just like
If it
that.
has the stylings and from Scott Pilgrim, I will probably see this movie because
Okay.
Scott Pilgrim was well choreographed and it appealed to my gamer nerdiness. So
Okay, so movies that break the fourth wall, sometimes fun, right?
Yeah,
Especially when done comedically.
a lot of fun.
Breaking the
That's-
fourth wall is always
That's
interesting.
probably
Okay,
why
then you're gonna
I
wanna
like
watch this
Deadpool
movie.
so much. So.
Maybe I won't.
You probably will, because it takes, the funniness of, Deadpool and such,
Yeah.
and then adds that to Scott Pilgrim, along with old Ferris Bueller, where he would break the fourth wall.
Who directed it?
Can't remember
Who
right
stars
now.
in it?
It's eighth time
Are they Asian
time
actors?
Martial-
world kung fu champion Jing Yang Yuan. I can't say his name. Okay, so because
okay.
it's all done in Mandarin.
Oh,
and
it's a Chinese film.
yes. Did I not say it's Chinese?
No.
I'm pretty sure I said
You
it.
did not.
I don't know. It's subtitled.
Okay.
So it's amazing. It has a really wacky sense of humor. At the very end, it'll say,
Because sometimes Asian sense of humor is kind of like worse than British sense of humor.
"No, this is like Scott Pilgrim humor." That's the thing that makes it worthwhile.
If you've watched Doctor Who, you know what I'm talking about. You'll be like, "What is this? Why am I supposed to
And
be
that's
laughing?"
why I have not watched Doctor Who yet.
This
Doctor
is
Who's
why
amazing.
I
It is
hate
amazing.
Doctor Who. Doctor Who to
You
me
shouldn't
is
hate
terrible.
Doctor Who.
No.
I hate it with a passion. I don't like dry, stupid British humor.
Well,
I
that's
hate
pretty
the
much
show.
all British humor
That's
is.
British
No,
humor. It's
no,
dry.
no.
it's,
I will
it's
show
dry.
you some stuff.
It's like drinking gin. It's
Yeah.
dry and sometimes awful.
But sometimes it's so
And when
amazing.
you wake up the next morning, you'll hate yourself.
Like sometimes they just don't care. The joke is we're going ha 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 silly,
The joke is that they're making the joke.
and
because
that's the sad thing.
because I'm clever.
And and sometimes they have that really dry wit where they're not making any faces whatsoever. It's just like a serious drama, but then something awkward happened, and that's the joke. And other times it's Russell Brand, and then I want to kill myself. So 'cause
Anyway,
I hate Russell Brand with a passion. Brand X
Well,
needs
that
to be
doesn't
canceled.
count as British humor.
That's hate is such
That's just a
strong
British
word.
person
No.
being a comedian.
I hate Russell Brand. Oh, look at me. I'm a clever comedian because I talk pants, and I used to be married to Katy Perry, and now I have a terrible TV show. It's terrible.
Nate,
Oh, I hate it. Okay, but this brings me to the next
you
thing.
can't have no in your heart, brother.
Hate. the next thing...
Wow, I should have really brought the blue power ring to help you work through these issues.
Pretty much. I just want to bring up FX. I don't know if you're going to bring this up or not, but FX is coming out with a new channel. It's going to be FXX. I don't know if they're going to call it that or something else.
Are they going to do a third one that's FXXX?
That will be their late... Never mind.
The late night
programming. We're going to keep this clean. But the it's going to be the youth-oriented / humor-oriented channel. Like, you have TNT, and then you have TBS. Well, now
so they're just going to show Burn Notice 24/7.
Ooh.
What? No, that's USA.
That's harsh.
That's USA, man. No,
Burn Notice was a good show, though.
It's still on.
I like it.
You're like, it's still on.
It's got Bruce Campbell, man.
No, this is going to be...
You can't go wrong with Bruce Campbell.
He's
going to do Army of Darkness 2. Did you see that?
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
like,
awesome.
they've already slated this movie for another one?
Yeah.
Like,
well, Army of Darkness 2.
No way.
Yeah.
He's doing Army of Darkness 2.
Shop smart. Shop S
Who's
smart.
directing it?
I don't know.
I hope it's
Probably.
Sam Raimi.
Probably.
I haven't. I'll check that out.
Okay, but like Evil Dead looks good, but if they did it, I would like to see a serious Army of Darkness in the same light. That would be crazy. Anyway,
what I was getting at though is that Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Louis. All those comedy shows. Archer are going to go to FXX.
oh cool.
And then you're going to have all the serious stuff like Justified, Sons of Anarchy, The Americans. Those are going to be on FX. And
okay.
movies.
That seems like a smart idea.
Are they
Terrific
doing
movies
the
like
TNT
Push.
to like we know drama type crap again?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, that's nice to.
They're going to be
segregate
like, we know tweens.
And then
so it's segregating it so you don't get confused what you're watching, because kind of like when you flip on the History Channel and you're like, am I watching something about World War II, or am I watching some horrible reality show that has nothing to do with history, but I'm looking at Palm Stars? I'm so confused with their programming. So they need to have a ridiculous channel for something and then segregate it to something else.
it's going to be, I think, a good idea. It's going to work out for everyone. Now, it's also going to be focused more towards younger people just because they want that demographic. So you're going to start seeing shows, brand new, maybe dramas, maybe comedies, focused at people that are maybe under 40. So I thought I'd bring that up.
Wow, that's a novel concept.
I know.
Focusing on people that actually watch more TV.
All right, Marquise.
What's your instant time roster?
Well, actually, no.
Wow.
We're just doing one
You
per
coined that.
thing.
Yeah, right.
One per week?
One per week because we don't
I
have
thought
a
we
lot
were
of
doing
time.
one per
See,
one.
this is what happens when
One
you
per each of
don't
us.
read the email.
Or don't remember it. Or bring it up and then don't look at it. And
So?
we're just doing one per episode. And then this week was that. Just 3 minutes.
You got
Oh.
it next week.
I
and then-
see.
Remember we talked.
Oh, really?
I
It looks
see.
like you just passed by that meaningful conversation and on to the action.
He's like, I'm sorry, Bioshock Infinite, Bioshock Infinite, Bioshock Infinite, Bioshock Infinite, Bioshock Infinite, Bioshock Infinite, Bioshock Infinite.
Basically, it's really good.
So, what are you guys doing? I've been playing Bioshock Infinite.
I was just
Bioshock
confused because it
Infinite.
says rusters. Plural.
Right. So, what's next?
Well, the things themselves are the rusters, and then it's a collection of. So, Marquise, what do you got news wise? Who's got new releases this week? Does Marquise?
Did you
Well,
wanna
I
go
got the
first?
video game new releases.
You always go first, so you do your video game stuff first, and
Then
Let's
he'll
rock
hit
out
this
the
up.
video games.
All right. Video game new releases for the week of March 31st to April 7th. We have Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge
Wah wah.
for the Xbox 360 and PS3.
That's supposed to be
This is the
better,
one. This is the one
It's
that got
supposed to be
released
better.
for the Wii as like
Wii U.
a Wii U launch title.
Pass.
We have Defiance for PC, Xbox 360, and PS3. That's supposed to be an interesting
Isn't it
game.
a multi-platform MMO?
Yes.
Kind of like FF11.
Yes.
It's supposed to be interesting. It might be worth checking out.
Do
Super.
you know?
I'll be
Real quick, do
watching
you know
it-
if that is
I'll
a
be watching the
subscription
show on
fee?
Sci-Fi.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't think
I'm
it
not,
would.
I'm not 100% sure.
Someone find out more about that.
For the 3DS, we have Super Black Bass 3D.
That sounds really interesting.
Fishing
For
games. You know,
PC.
guys, I'm up for that. I'd rather, maybe I should just really go fishing myself.
Probably so.
Well, I was gonna whip out the Dreamcast and let you play the one on there. It was amazing.
For
I
the
have
PC
the
and the
actual-
Mac, we have Cities in Motion 2.
What's that?
I don't-
It's like a city traffic sim kind of thing. Weird. highly anticipated Xbox Live Arcade release, Battle Block Theater.
Boom!
Drop a bomb on it.
Behemoth, makers of Castle Crashers.
Castle Crashers, Alien Hominid.
Oh, I forgot about that
I
game
used to
because it
play
came
Alien
out 10 years
Hominid
ago.
way back in the day.
Yeah.
Alien Hominid is so old, there was a GameCube release.
Yeah. There was a
was on
GameCube
PS2,
version.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, though.
I had
GameCube was...
At one point,
yeah.
I had the PS2 release.
So that's great. We will probably have some type of video content with the four of us playing that maybe later that week.
Kind of excited.
One of us will buy it.
Yeah. It should be pretty good.
One of us.
Toki Tori 2 is coming out for the Wii U.
What's that?
It's the game where he plays the little, like,
Penguin
yellow
bird.
chicken bird guy. It's
Already
it's
forgettable.
fun. It's a fun game.
I bought it on the Humble Indie bundle for nothing.
Evo
so-
Land, I don't know what that is for the PC. Sang Freud, Tales of Werewolves for the PC is coming out. I'm pretty sure that was already out, though, in kind of like a pre-release form on Steam.
I might
'Cause I've
take
seen
a
that.
look at that, as I am very entertained by the werewolf genre.
It looked kind of fun-ish.
What's pitch it to me?
Werewolves.
I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared
It's just a
to
werewolf
pitch.
game. Are you hunting werewolves?
Yeah,
Are you- okay.
you're hunting werewolves, and you're like a lumberjack looking dude with like a plaid shirt and overalls. And,
Sounds like a good time.
And you got a beard.
I was on checking out. I was on.
Yeah,
I
You
was
shoot
actually on
werewolves
checking out
with axes or
preview videos for the Slender Man video game, and it looks awful and terrifying.
Outlast
something.
looks good.
Well, you know, Slender.
Yeah, Slender not good.
Slender is.
I like to sleep at night.
Yeah, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, seriously.
Do you want to just continue rolling with new releases for
Keep
now,
going.
or should I roll into some more video game news?
Well, let's get some new releases out there.
All right.
Alright, well, new releases coming out. The obviously big one, G.I. Joe Retaliation in theaters, comes out today.
Boom.
Well, it'll be out by the time you guys hear it. So, check that out.
And
The Host.
isn't that written by the same lady that did Twilight?
Yeah.
Pass.
Every man's kryptonite.
What?
Stephanie Myers.
How is that anybody's kryptonite?
It looks. It's probably just
It hurts
Twilight
It
with
hurts.
aliens.
It hurts.
It's Twilight with aliens.
Yeah.
But that's our weak. So you're saying that our weakness is Twilight?
I'm saying our weakness is Stephanie Myers' writing.
That's not a weakness.
That's
It's
not a
just-
weakness.
It's
like,
not like kryptonite. It's more like
yeah, it's more
Well,
like
you could say it's our bane.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a bane to our existence.
Okay, so I'll retract the kryptonite.
Yeah,
thing.
it's not
It
a
doesn't
weakness.
kill me. It just makes me very uncomfortable. It's like garlic and vampires.
Well, it does kill me. It literally
It's like
picks
holy
me up
water
and breaks me
to
over its
vampires.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
knee. Yeah. Yeah.
so like watching those movies is like stabbing yourself in the eye. Is that less painful?
I wouldn't know.
I would know, and I'd say it's about even.
You actually
Yeah.
watched them?
Yeah, he did.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
Most of them.
I watched
He's like, I watched Twilight, and I'm a lesser man because of it.
one and three, and I wanted. Anyways,
I take
So-
medication now for it.
I thought the car crash messed up my brain, but man, I went down to like a third grade reading level after that film. Jeez.
Feel like you walk out of the theater from seeing Twilight, and you go, I forgot math.
Vampires shine in the daytime.
Vampires shouldn't twinkle. They should die
Thank
in the
you.
sunlight.
And also Tyler Perry's Temptation comes out. That's another theater release.
I've been thinking that most movies with Tyler Perry in the title are not good.
You would be
And
correct.
black people everywhere just rose up in anger.
Oh,
Watch
my God.
yourself.
I don't even know if the black
don't mean to-
community likes those movies
They
anymore.
do.
Oh, they do.
They
They
do.
love them. They love them.
Really? Still?
He's worth like what $500 million because
Yeah.
of those films. Not even
Really?
kidding.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
super rich.
He's one of the most. Yeah, he's
Really?
And this one's not even a Medea movie either. This is like a serious one.
Wow, Medea, you're like,
That's
stuff's
not a
real
serious. That's not a serious movie.
Yeah, and
How can that be a serious movie?
I don't
No,
know.
no, I'm saying
thought he
it's
was
not a
being
Medea
serious
movie.
about
So
it.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to offend.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
Oh,
I
no.
I'm
gotta
not
say
trying
this.
to slight anybody, but geez, really?
I made a joke at a birthday party. It was actually Little Evelyn's
Okay.
at a skating rink, and I said a joke about that, and I offended one person. and no one else laughed. I just offended one person. I was like, wow, I guess that's like a hood pass card that I don't have. You cannot make fun of Medea, Tyler Perry, anything. I was like, okay, all right, I have learned. Don't do that. Because he looked like he was going to stab me. I didn't know him personally, but he was
I mean,
gonna
I could understand like an amazing film, like if some dude started talking
Something to be
smack on,
proud
like,
of.
like Avatar or Aliens, or like something by a director that I can stomach and understand.
Argo.
Well, again, it's because you
It's
don't.
it's targeted
demographic.
towards a demographic. I
Exactly.
understand.
Yeah,
So-
you just don't know. I don't know.
I just don't know. Apparently,
I know and a lot of his movies I think are very good. It's just but
I liked Alex Cross.
I mean, he has.
What?
He has.
you
It's
like
alright.
that? Yeah,
It was
you need to
alright.
be. Yeah, you
He
fired.
has made. He has made like
started
serious films before, but like.
Yeah, and a lot of them are good, and some of them were just
not good.
drawn out and boring.
Anyway,
Okay. Anyway, new releases
Yes,
on
I
DVD. John Dies the End.
Oh, it's out. Crap.
Yeah.
I
That comes
heard
out next week.
something
No,
about
Spoiler
Tuesday,
alert.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I
So,
want to watch
it's
that
in the
one.
title. It's in the title.
It's in the title. It's fair game.
Love.
You don't have to alert for that.
Starring Common, The Sweeney. Starring Ray Winstone and Haley Atwell.
It's a lot of
White
names
Elephant, starring Ricardo Darin.
A lot of names I don't recognize.
Yeah, just these. It's not a big week. Oh wait, but this is Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 1 comes out on Blu-ray.
Is that this week?
What's that?
That is next week. That is
Next
basically everything from Iron
That's
Man
the box set.
to
The
the
big one.
Avengers.
That's like a $200 box set, right?
Yeah,
Is it in a cosmic cube? That'd be so sweet.
it is.
It actually is.
It is. You get a cosmic cube
I know where my money's going. Thank you, Disney.
You
Take
get
it easy.
well. It's like
in a briefcase.
It's not in the briefcase.
Is it
anymore.
briefcase?
It's not in the briefcase
cosmic
anymore?
cube?
No, they got sued because of that.
What?
Or there was a lawsuit because it looked too much like a particular briefcase, like the official brand that makes. Like you see in a movie, someone has a briefcase. That's
Everything
like
that
a
I've seen
brand.
about it is still like.
Then they may have
a briefcase.
settled the lawsuit, but originally that was like a big issue because of the lawsuit.
It's a briefcase
Yeah, it,
with a cube with DVDs in the inside.
and
The cube lights up and stuff, and there's sound effects and stuff.
and you get the 3D versions, the Blu-rays, obviously.
Oh, it's appealing to my nerdness so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I want it. Like,
I'm
ridiculously
completely
bad.
passing on it because
It's kind of like trying to buy a
like
box set for
I have
Stargate.
all those movies.
Yeah, but you don't have the 3D versions of all of them.
You don't have a
Yeah, but-
glowy
Do
cube
you have
that
the
makes
Blu-ray
noises.
versions of all of them?
I do have the Blu-ray version.
It'd be one of those things you sit and you sit in the middle of your life.
I have the 3D version of the Avengers, and that's the only one I really care
I mean,
about because that's the only
think-
one where the 3D
how,
was really.
How sweet would
that
it be
worth
to
it.
be like, you have your dudes over and your friends, and some of them might be girls, I don't know.
Probably not if you're showing off a
But you're like,
cosmic cube.
you're like, hold on, guys, let's watch a movie. And you put the briefcase down in the middle of your table, and you're like, everyone's like, oh man. And you like open it up, and it glows blue, makes sound effects, and everyone's geeking out and stuff. And you're like, let's start from the beginning. And you pull out Iron Man 1.
Would you rather have that or the briefcase from Pulp Fiction when you open it up? Just
It glows.
Yeah, gold
Yeah.
light hits you.
That'd be better.
You're like, all right.
I don't know. That gold light is tempting, man.
That's awesome, right?
Or would you
That
rather
gold-
just have the box from?
Or would you rather just
From Seven.
spend an evening?
What's in the
with your-
box?
What? No, I don't want the box from Seven.
What's in the
What's
box?
wrong with you?
Why did you go there, man?
That was so dark. We're like, remember the glowing light and the
You're like,
cosmic
oh
cube?
man, you're like the implications. You're like, there's a nerding out briefcase. There's a briefcase with golden light, and you're like, and there's one from Seven that just totally took it into a horrible nosedive into sad and depressing.
It's Gwyneth Paltrow's head. Yay! No, that's
Not
just...
cool.
That's-
I will have to say
That's
that,
what he
that
gave to
is
Angelina Jolie as a wedding gift.
Aww.
not cool. Not cool, Eli.
You're welcome.
What else we got
I-
going?
I'm just here to
Are
ruin
we
things.
going to go over the box office top 10 real quick or no?
Let's do that, then get back to video games.
Okay. The Croods came in at number 1.
Why?
I actually, you know, the people I watched that I trust with reviews actually said that movie was really good.
You mean
Really?
people with little kids that take their kids to
No,
movies?
I mean
Oh,
the
okay.
guy on YouTube that reviews
Okay.
stuff that I enjoy.
Okay, well, 44.7 mil. Olympus Has Fallen came in at number 2 with 30.5 mil.
Hoorah.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Oz the Great and Powerful came in at number 3 at 22.
That's still
No.
trucking along.
That was a
It
good
is.
movie.
Yeah,
It's good.
I went in with no expectations of greatness, and I walked out very satisfied.
Even though great was in the title.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, The Call with 8.7 mil. So the WWE film is just kicking.
Why? Why?
The director of it is actually a really good director from what I hear. Like, I can't remember the other thing that he
No,
did.
but the people, the call center for the police, we actually have real policemen that go out and handle these things.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Don't lie. Don't make stuff up.
Shut your face.
No.
Anyway,
Number 5 was Admission.
Oof.
And that was at 6.4 mil.
Wasn't this its opening weekend?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
wah,
Wow.
wah.
man.
Tina Fey. I gotta say
That
this real quick.
sucks.
It's based on a book, and in the book there's a couple of love scenes, and Tina Fey would not do them. And she's like, I'm never doing this. I'm never getting naked. It's, it's like,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. It's whatever. But I think that the
No,
fact that it
that's
didn't,
not fine.
I think the fact that it didn't have that hype built around it hurt it. That's me personally.
When you have what it is when you have it's like having it'd be like in the Lord of the Rings if like Viggo Mortensen was like, no, I'm not gonna hold the sword. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna become the king.
But
Well,
it's in the book, though. You have to do it.
He's like,
It's
no.
it's in
That's
the
a little
book.
bit different, though.
I'm not gonna ride
Yeah,
the
that's-
gates
that-
of Mordor.
That's
Yeah,
quite a bit
he's
different.
right. That's a little bit different,
That's
though.
quite a bit
that's
different.
the same
I
thing.
mean,
if
'cause
he
you-
would have been like,
No. He's the one making this point.
that's
isn't he?
think
quite
about
a
it. Think
bit
about
different.
it. If you have something that is built into the movie, if he just said, if it wasn't like becoming the king, but what if he said, I don't want to give any heroic speeches. I don't like to do that.
Oh, come on. You
That's
can't say that.
completely
But you would.
different.
It's completely different, though.
So that's way different.
How about I don't?
Because you can't write around the not having heroic speeches. You can write around not having love scenes in a movie.
But if it's a pivotal part of the book, no.
But I don't think it was a
I don't
pivotal
think
part.
it
Well, I don't know.
I've never read
I
that.
wouldn't
discuss.
imagine it was.
Would be like
I don't know.
if the guys in Twilight were like, I don't do vampires. I'm sorry.
Well, they really
Well,
don't.
they
I
really
know.
don't do vampires. Yeah,
Moving on.
Moving on.
like, clearly not an issue. Already happened.
Number 6 was Spring Breakers.
What's
With
that? I've never heard of
Selena Gomez.
That's why I've never even heard
It's
of
all
it.
the Disney kids. Like,
Disney
Yeah,
movie.
about
okay.
5 million that came in.
It's not a Disney movie by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh no, that was done by A24.
It's
by
like
the way.
It just-
natural born killers kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
James Franco. They said James Franco from day one came in on set as the character he played. Was this sleazy rapper guy? He did that the entire film process.
Gold teeth and cornrows.
Yep.
James
he
Franco.
said he.
Oh, that's great and powerful.
He's one of those method actors like Daniel Day-Lewis who walks on the set and he's Abraham Lincoln for the entire time.
Or, you know.
Sending tweets
Joker.
as Abraham Lincoln.
Which is kind of awesome.
And he was texting, what's her face, Sally Field as Abraham Lincoln. She said she was getting texts from
I
him.
would do that. I would if I, you know, if I was doing that, I would definitely tweet as Abraham Lincoln. That'd be amazing.
Dude, I've played role-playing games with you. That's not a surprise. You get into character, man.
I love the characters.
And you play with Brandon, and he gets into it.
Oh yeah.
So, one of these days, we're just going to film the two of them, and it's just like some sort of thespian masterpiece theater where they're going at it. I'm a vampire, you're a vampire. Blah.
Speaking of that, I had a.
Let's go make out in a hallway.
A couple weeks ago, I had a monologue.
Oh,
Hey,
What?
why do you gotta take it to the game level?
This is an interview with a vampire.
Thank you.
Easy,
I
bring
mean,
it down.
thank you.
PG now.
Wow. Weird.
Anyway, like going on that note,
just
like
trying to ruin everything.
There was a moment a couple weeks ago where like I
It's
started
all over with.
I started a monologue and it was like super awesome. Where I was just talking down to this guy that like this like gang member that like hurts some of my character's friends, and I was just like talking down to him. Like it was one of those typical scenes where you're like, I'm gonna tear your organization down brick by brick because I don't care about you because you're a human and you're nothing, the kind of stuff. And it was fun. And I think we should, maybe that might be something we want to start doing in the future.
That'd be fun.
RPing is fun.
One day.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Back on target.
What target?
The Incredible Burt Wonderstone came in at number 7 with
Movie hurts
4.2. Yeah, that hurts everyone. Jim Carrey's
still wanna
career,
see that.
Steve Carell.
Shut up.
Jim Carrey.
Get out.
Jim Carrey is recovering because he's in, he's in Kick-Ass 2.
Yeah.
which will be awesome.
It's gonna be so good.
I'm withholding judgment until I see it. Anyway, number 8 is Jack's Giant Slayer.
Holding in there.
Holding in there at 2.9 mil.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. Number 9 was Identity Thief at 2.5 mil.
Oh god, that movie looks awful.
Dear Hollywood, stop making fat people funny.
Stop thinking fat people are funny.
Dear Hollywood, stop making bad movies and thinking that they're funny.
We're not all that funny. We're funny because we're fat.
That's not funny.
Dear
And
Hollywood,
that's not funny.
Dear Hollywood, quit thinking that it's okay to be racist, prejudiced, homophobic, and everything else. It's getting kind of old.
Exploitation films. Pass.
Well, I don't know. I love Shaft. Shaft was a good movie.
Yeah,
That was a blaxploitation film.
But-
And I love Superfly. No. I
those are
recant.
made like 40 years
I
ago.
recant Nate's statement because you watch Blazing Saddles and that was a hilarious movie.
Yeah, but
and,
that's 40 years ago.
And Mel Brooks was racist and he was homophobic and it was hilarious.
But he was also a Jew, and he did it well.
Anyway,
He did it with class.
Dude, Steve lost.
I'm
It's done.
Steve,
I broke Steve's brain.
his face matches
yeah,
his Old
I was
Spice
getting ready
red
to say
shirt.
that.
That's awesome.
His face is as red as his shirt.
We've completely gone off kilter today.
Moving on.
What was number 9 or 10?
Number 10 was Snitch, the Rock's movie. Came at 1.9 mil. So The Rock is still in the top 10.
There was another movie with The Rock this week?
Dude, that guy gets
four.
around.
last week. Yeah, he's got like 4 or 5 movies this summer, dude.
You'll see. All right, real quick.
Good grief.
Snitch,
G.I. Joe, Fast
13.
Fast
Fast
6.
Dude, Fast and
And
Furious is
Pain
turning
and
into
Gain.
the
Pain the Game. Yeah.
Fast and Furious
Yeah.
is turning into the Land Before Time of car movies.
dude.
Hey,
they're just
hey.
action films.
For
They're
what
just
they
action
are,
films.
they are some good,
Yep.
cheesy action flicks.
I've enjoyed each one of them.
You can't. Two and 3 were iffy. but
Tokyo
you-
Drift was great.
Well, I mean, if you take it as a standalone film, it's an okay car movie. It didn't have to be a Fast and Furious. There's no reason for that. But then they were like, well, we'll take a guy from that movie and take
Well,
him from that
see,
movie.
all that's going to be addressed in Fast 7. So,
Yeah.
Anyway,
okay. So, yeah, back to video game news, and then we'll get back to movie news.
All right. Steve, you were talking about playing some Borderlands earlier. It's a good
indeed.
thing that you chose this week to do so because on April 2nd, there's going to be a free title update available to everyone where I'm just going to go down the list of changes because they're all really good. You're going to get additional items on the black market, including an additional ammo upgrade for each ammo type, which costs 50 iridium apiece. You're going to get 2 more backpack storage space upgrades at 50 and 100 iridium respectively. 2 more bank storage space upgrades at 50 and 100 respectively. It's going to increase the maximum amount of iridium that you can carry from 99 to 500. It's going to add a completely new playthrough called Ultimate Vault Hunter Mode, which has been rebalanced for top tier play. It's also going to add... do a ton of bug fixes, like all kinds of crazy bug fixes that they've got. Now, there's also then the Ultimate Vault Hunter Upgrade Pack. It's free with the Season Pass, or it's $5 separately. It's going to raise the level cap to 61, allowing you to get 11 additional levels. You gain an additional skill point with every level from 51 to 61 for a total of 11 more skill points.
Nice.
And you get access to powerful new ancient E-Tech relics and rare pearlescent grade weapons that can be picked up in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. So they're adding the pearlescent weapon tier back into the game. So you will have, in addition to the regular legendaries that are in there now, you will once again have access to pearlescent weapons. So for $5, if you don't have the season pass, that's like a really crazy.
that's a good amount of content.
That's a good amount of
Thank you,
content.
Gearbox. I love you.
Getting an extra 11 levels
2K
and
Gearbox,
skill points and access to new weapons And Relics is great for $5 if you don't have the season pass.
Actually, that's not great. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and then also, I mean, with the free upgrades that they're doing for everybody, where you're able to you carry more Iridium, and you've got additional upgrades, so you can have more ammo, you can have more storage.
You know what that is?
It's great.
That comes from a company that loves the people that play its games.
Yeah, it's a company that cares about its fan base, that makes it possible for it to make the games.
A lot of companies, I mean, BioWare included, I mean, all of the multiplayer DLCs for Mass Effect 3 were all free. And it's just, I like, more recently, the last couple of years, where the company says, you know what, let's give something back.
Yeah.
Now, probably had nothing to do with the fact the endings of Mass Effect 3 were awful. But
Mass Effect 3, they had a lot to redeem themselves with, and I think they ended up changing a lot of the free, of the paid content to free. That did show that they care.
That showed other companies that if we care enough about the people that play our games, maybe, just maybe, they will continue to support us in the future.
Yeah. I mean, it was very good for them, but
it's a good example to set.
It sucks that they had to make that kind of redemption, but it was good that they did it.
Yes.
2K typically does care a lot about their community. Like, they, more so than a lot of other big companies, 2K really does seem to try and treat the fans the correct way.
They don't
and
insult
price
our
their stuff fairly. Yeah.
I mean, 2K, they're the people that released Bioshock Infinite, right?
Yep.
They now are the owners of the WWE license. And
really?
Yep.
If you...
which means you're not going to probably have to pay $20 to unlock a bunch of extra wrestlers. There's probably just going to be a bunch of extra wrestlers there, and they'll do, like, other kinds of updates, like storyline updates or something like that.
Well, they just recently did a re-release of the game.
Yeah.
To put the 2K on there.
Yeah.
Like, they stopped shipping out the ones with
THQ.
THQ.
Yeah.
I have a
feeling
then they
started shipping out the
that's
2K.
going to happen to every title that was bought from THQ.
Probably.
I would love, if you guys get a chance with the Space Marine, check out the 2 additional DLC packs. One's 10 and I think one's 15.
Now, you had that for the PS3, right? Okay, there was one that had co-op, like it was a download that enabled co-op in the game.
They added in a co-op horde mode thing.
Yeah, it's like.
But now is that split screen or is that online only?
It's online only.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm not sure if they added co-op in later. I haven't played the game in quite a while.
Yeah.
I mean, because once you get to 50 on multiplayer, 40 on multiplayer, there's not really not much to do.
Yeah.
Once I maxed out in the game because I loved it so much.
I got bored and played it for hours on end, and the Dreadnought mode is really cool. You turn in, you get so many kill streaks, you turn into a giant walking death machine with flamethrowers and machine guns.
Yay!
I'm looking forward to going back to that after Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah, we'll swap that out.
Game, I will have to say, there are games like that, like Space Marine and Gears of War. It's a little bit of Gears of War, but a game where you have a rocket pack, a machine gun, and a chainsaw sword. It makes you feel so freaking awesome when you walk in and an orc thinks he's totally sweet, and you chop him in half, and you get all your HP back. It's just a good time.
Yeah, I like playing a game where I feel like I'm a powerhouse. That's what I liked about Far Cry 3. By the end of it,
yeah,
I was almost unstoppable, but there were still things that could kill me.
You look comparatively. There's a part in Space Marine where you actually see normal people, and a Space Marine's 8-9 feet tall, in his full armor. He's she comes up to the commander comes up of the Imperial Guard comes up to the bottom of his chest.
The whole way that the Space Marines are made is
it's an epic process
really
that
crazy.
Takes place over several years. It's kind of like if you take Master Chief and you crank him up to 11, and you have have thousands of them in different chapters with different abilities and powers. And
they're way crazier than Spartans.
A Spartan is a lot like a Space Marine. They've been genetically altered. They were really good power armor. Blah blah blah. But 40K. I hope, since Sega has the rights to the titles now, I hope they don't do what they normally do and screw it up.
I smell Sega screw up.
Don't hold your
Oh,
breath.
what's that on my phone? Sega screwed it up. Look at that.
It already happened. You're the servers are shut down for Space Marine. Nobody plays online anymore.
Aww.
Poor Sega.
I thought we'd bring up, because we already covered a lot of the topics that I already planned on. Yeah, we talked about Bioshock, and we can talk about that for forever. People need to get onto our twitch.tv/ was a Time Rust account, so they can go look at us play that game.
Yeah, check out like the first half of that video. I mean, if you want to play that game, don't watch the whole video because we get into some kind of spoilery stuff that'd be better for you to experience on your own. But like if you want to see what the game's all about, see what the feel of it is, check out like the first half of that Twitch video, and that'll give you a pretty good idea.
Which still is like an hour and a half or something.
Yeah, because we recorded for almost 3 hours.
But yeah, you'll have a lot of gameplay to view, and it's just awesome. I thought we'd finish up with a little wrestling talk.
Okay.
Because we're on the road to Wrestlemania. We're finishing up March Mania. We have a lot of game releases, a lot of movie releases, both in theaters and on DVD, Blu-ray. Nothing really awesome happened this week except for The Rock was actually at Raw, and
wow,
he had a debate with Cena. And I felt that it was pointless, but it was still kind of neat because there was a debate. They had podiums.
Wait, what? There's podiums.
Yes,
there are podiums.
And the people asking the questions.
That stuff's official.
The people asking the questions though were legends of the ring, like Dusty Rhodes.
Really?
Bret Hart. Who was the other guy?
Booker T.
Was there
Mick Foley.
Okay, Mick Foley. Yes.
Mick Foley.
I don't know how I forgot those two guys because they're awesome. But
okay.
They were asking questions, and they were actually decent questions. And you'll notice that Cena kind of came off as like, "I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it." And The Rock.
What's The Rock?
He
came off as himself.
He's The Rock. He's like, "Listen, you're just trying too hard, and you can't do this. You think you can? I know I can beat you."
Here's what I think about that. I think that Cena's turning heel.
He has said adamantly that he would never do that, but do you think that it's just that time? It's like they had no other choice?
Even Hogan turned heel at one point.
It could be that Cena he's pulling an Arthas moment where he's going to whatever length needed to save his people. He's going to whatever length needed to do his thing, and he'll eventually be consumed by his quest for dominance and become a bad guy.
Now, there is a rumor going around that The Rock is actually the leader of the Shield. And he brought forth the Shield, which would be awesome, but also wouldn't make a lot of sense. And
no.
There's also a rumor going around that The Rock will fight, quotation marks around fight, Brock Lesnar. I recognize
that's not going to happen.
Yeah, wrestling. Well, no, I heard that they're supposed to go a one-on-one at a pay-per-view at a later date, maybe SummerSlam or something. That's just, I heard it was in the contract. We'll see what happens, maybe it sets it up for it, I don't know. But WrestleMania is looking like a mixed bag. It's got a lot of predictable stuff in it, so I'm wondering how these matches are going to turn out. Taker versus CM Punk, I don't know. There's actually, one of the things I wanted to say, though, if CM Punk gets a suplex move as kind of like a finisher or signature move, I want it to be called Punk Master Plex. Who gets that? Anyone?
Fired. Good night. I can't believe you.
Come on, that's great.
We let you talk for an extended period of time, and it's what happens.
Come on.
Punk Masterplex.
That's great.
I'm gonna have to think on that one.
Anyways,
there's a part of me that's slowly weeping.
Slowly weeping.
For dramatic effect.
Hey, Funk Master Flex is no longer part of Sugar Ray, so
yeah, there's a reason for that.
Because Funk Master Flex is awesome and Sugar Ray sucks. Monkey turds. Except for those two songs. Anyway,
there's two songs that you're like, those songs are totally sweet, and you're like, the rest of it is just garbage.
But no, that's really, WrestleMania is not going to be. I don't think it's going to be horrible.
I don't think it's going to be amazing.
Monday will be the show that...
You know what I would like to do, as opposed to watching WrestleMania, would be to...
Play WrestleMania?
To set up a WrestleMania event with our characters in the game.
Well, what we could do...
is both of those things.
We could do both of those. What we'll do is
put that on the interwebs, like we have this channel that we can do things with.
Well, we'll have to work out the technology. That would involve moving a lot of stuff. So we'll see.
I'm good. Good for it.
You're like, I will move that.
I will move heaven and earth so that we can
do this.
Put on a better show, in my mind.
we'll also be live tweeting, and
As long as Boyce gets his act together.
Yeah.
you know,
We can live blog it on our site.
yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we're gonna live tweet and
Live tweet, live blog.
I there's a special guest I want to bring in for next week. I'm not gonna say who. I have to contact some people.
Diamond Dallas Page.
No. Although he has been in this area. Did you know
Exclusive
that?
Diamond Dallas Page confirmed for the Time Rush Brain Trust episode 8.
That's not good, because that's stepping on legality stuff.
Yeah, you can't say that.
No.
You can't say that.
It's like saying, oh, by the way, on their way to
He's
their,
not
their
actually-
concert in Tuesday, Ohio, we're going to have Weezer on the show.
we recant
Right now.
Easy's first
Rivers
statement.
Kumo, and like, we're like this.
We recant basically everything Eli's ever said. Marquise, could you give him a World's Strongest Slam real quick?
Dude, SimCity is pretty decent.
You are not allowed to
This
talk
is the
about
sound of a gun going off. And it jams. Oh, I love these elites.
Oh man, that's
There.
like it's like
Here,
that's
see?
like a
You're gonna do something. You gotta do it right.
Is that the whole clip?
It stings.
Nope.
It
Okay, there it
stings.
you know I have a bottle I could just break it off and stab him in the gut.
It stings.
I was gonna say, why don't you just break it over his head?
Is it a sugar glass?
This has gotten really violent, guys.
Hey, I'm not the one that brought up the head in the box.
Yeah.
Why? Why did you bring that up?
Well, sometimes, like, when you make a
Why?
road in SimCity, like, it goes all crazy.
What? I need more guns!
Mama, no!
Ah!
You know,
Ah!
I would like to make the point that anyone that has ever said that violence does not solve problems.
It makes
you
them
have
funnier.
Never met Eli.
It makes them funnier.
Ah.
Oh.
Okay, so welcome to the finale, folks. We're gonna wrap it up here with the.
Nobody likes it.
The
Yeah,
brain
Tomb Raider
trust.
getting a movie.
Another movie?
Oh yeah.
I like
They're
the first
rebooting
two.
the movie. MGM
Total reboot.
and GK Films.
Who's gonna play the
And
Laura?
not
Hopefully
work out
not
logistics
Angelina.
on who. No, it's not going to be in the same vein as the Angelina Jolie
Good, because
movies.
that vein was full of terrible, dirty things.
And
yeah.
heroin.
Yes.
And Angelina Jolie, she's pretty.
She's pretty.
She's
though.
tired.
Well, in those movies though, she was really pretty.
She was.
Those were both fun movies.
She's not that much older than you. So she
Especially the second one was really good. I like the second one a lot.
was, okay, I know she looks really old now, but she's really not that much older.
Wow.
So them kids, man. She probably.
The second.
I mean, the one she adopted.
She should adopted the mini United Nations and had two of her own, 2 or 3 of her own. Anyway.
Anyway,
Those are
Yeah, so
Those are
MGM.
baby's kids.
Welcome to the finale.
Just confirmed that, so that's just.
It's not really the
Decent news.
finale.
I at the top of my head, I couldn't think of anyone. Like, I can't think of anyone to play Laura Croft, but I hope and pray.
Was it Adrian? I think it's Adrian Padalecki. She was Lady J.
She was pretty good, but I don't think she could pull it off though. She's too Amazonian.
No, we're going for the one from the they're going for the film from the new video game.
So she has to start out
young,
weak. She has to start out weak and become strong and like independent. This is the forging of through fire of the character.
It can't be Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
just
it can't
gonna
be.
say that.
It can't be Jennifer Lawrence.
It's
No.
No.
After X-Men, I think she's done. I think she's like done.
It can't be an actual person.
They could just do it CG style.
Yeah, it'll be an animated film.
I mean, I could name some girls that would be good at
With
but-
MGM. No, it'll be
one.
live action film.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Me
too.
That's what I thought.
No,
I'll-
Daenerys from the chick who plays Daenerys from Game of Thrones.
Oh, maybe. No.
Well, she's British.
She's
She is
British, but
she is a natural brunette. She's very pretty, and she would do a good job. She
don't-
would have to get in shape. If she got in shape, just bam.
She's not stacked enough.
Oh, no, the new Laura Croft isn't.
She has to be.
Okay, fine. Maggie from The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Nobody from
Yeah.
The Walking Dead
No, no,
deserves
no.
to be in anything
Hey,
ever
You're
again.
like the chick that plays
No.
Angela for the Walking
You gotta give Maggie a pass, because what was she in before The Walking Dead?
I don't care. She was
Chuck.
in The Walking
She was
Dead.
in Chuck.
That's fine. She was in The
She
Walking
gets
Dead.
a pass because she
Okay,
was in Chuck.
Her career is over.
I can see the chick that plays Daenerys.
Control your hate for the Walking Dead.
She
show.
The show
she's a great
sucks.
actress. She knows what she's doing. She's got a lot of hype, and she could probably pull it off because, I mean, when you start out naive and weak like Daenerys starts, she's built up strong and ridiculous. So
I think her or Maggie, because
This
Lara
has been
Croft
the
has to be
craziest
British.
podcast
I'm
ever.
sorry.
It is,
I
it's
don't
nuts.
want another American woman trying to be British again. We have enough
Well,
British.
why not? You want another British person?
Or even if you, well, no, Alice Eve is too old. I
Yeah.
mean, but she is a great actress and
course.
she's beautiful, and she's going to be awesome in Star Trek.
Awesome-tacular.
Yes, and
Marquise has quit. He's done.
Anyway,
did Eli speak again?
He gave up.
Because I try not to listen to him. Just shaking his head.
welcome to the finale, folks.
All right, guys.
We're wrapping this
this
up.
is the
man.
end.
We're wrapping this up.
We're wrapping
the
this
end.
up for the last hour.
This is the end of the podcast today.
I just wanted to get out there. We're going to try... next week will be our big WrestleMania discussion.
I'm excited.
Because WrestleMania
gonna have to come over and we can catch up.
Yes. April 7th. So it's the Sunday after Easter. And we're going to just, have a big party. People will be here. I'm going to try to get some stuff going to where maybe we can do some live broadcasting. Maybe we can live broadcast the Twitch TV stuff and then have audio also catching us talking about the wrestling at the same time. Maybe have the TV all on the same, 2 TVs, the 360. We're recording stuff, shipping it out there. We'll see what we can do.
I think the word we're looking for is it's going to be epic.
Epic has been called. The gauntlet has been thrown. So this is going to be our first big event.
Is it the
and-
Infinity Gauntlet?
No,
Okay.
because
We're building up to that.
that's coming. We just got the Soul Gem. We just gave Marquise a stroke after that joke.
That's not part of the Infinity Gauntlet, though.
No, it's
No.
not. No. The stroke? No.
No. Stroke of Genius.
Ooh.
The stroke is actually Jeff Jarrett's finisher, if you guys remember, which I thought was always a little weird. Why would you call your finisher the stroke? He's like, I'm the one with stroke around here. And then he would hit someone over the head with a guitar and do a side Russian leg sweep.
That's
of
why it was
junk.
called the Stroke, because he was
No.
stroking them with the guitar.
Shut up, Slapnuts.
It's
No.
that's actually a hit with
You
something
can't
else.
El Kabong someone and then do a Russian leg sweep.
El Kabong.
Yeah, you can. Jeff Jarrett did it.
It was awful.
That's his career. And
El
he-
El
Kabong.
Kabong is more entertaining than that
Yep.
finishing.
Yeah, and he would go, and he would say, "Shut up, Slapnuts."
That was his
Wow.
thing.
Yeah, that's
That's
No.
why he never
That's
really caught
horrible.
on. But he did start TNA, so,
Anyway,
which
so-
is terrible. But that's all we got
At
today.
the end of the podcast, the tally is Marquise, 3 points. Nathan, 6 points. Steve has 22 points. And I take the win for 72 points.
Wait, what are we? How are we tallying these points up?
I just made them all up.
Basically, it's who's likely to get fired at the end of this.
All I gotta say is every podcast I have been in and a part of, I've contributed to the conversation. I have not been shot by a Nerf gun.
That's true. He has escaped Nerf gun retaliation.
Yeah.
Because when I open my mouth, dumb things don't roll out.
But then it doesn't shut again. So
Wow!
And Nate from downtown.
Oh man!
Hey, Shoozy scores. I'm up to 6 points.
So add another 10 points.
Go to facebook.com/ironman to get some cool downloadable stuff from the new movie.
Which I'm looking forward to.
They're giving people downloadable screensavers of the new armors.
Really?
Yep.
It's awesome.
And they each have their special code name. They've got the Silver Centurion armor, and they've got the Hulkbuster, but it's called Igor. It's had the heavy
Which is
lifting armor.
awesome.
Yeah,
And it's got
Hulkbuster
this,
looks strangely like
It's
Metalhead
blue.
from the Ninja Turtles.
yeah.
Yeah.
it's blue for some
And
reason.
Well,
it's got the suborbital armor,
Okay.
which is hopefully the armor for Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe
The one that looks really cool.
Yes.
yeah.
But
The
Hulkbuster
Extremis
is
armor
blue.
looks good too.
Yeah,
Yes.
they
It
should
all.
have-
It all.
I wonder how
love
they're going to
I
work
don't-
the Extremis in there.
Love it.
And
We'll
Pepper's
find
in
out.
the
It's just
armor.
going to be somebody in the
Yeah,
armor flying
what-
around.
What,
Or
she's
nobody in
what?
the armor.
Re-
Huh?
Rescue or safety?
Yeah.
There'll just be
Rescue.
nobody in it.
No,
She's
the,
good as
the
Rescue in the
extremist
comics.
armor is armor where he goes like this and it comes to him.
It's
Or
because
it
he
comes
has
out of his
mental
bones.
control in.
It comes out of his bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's difficult. When you read the comic, you find
Nanomachines?
that underneath his
basically.
skin he has the,
Yeah.
the
You mean
armor
Metal
interface.
Gear.
It's pretty
He
good.
stopped doing
Yeah.
it though. They stopped doing it.
Oh, that's another big thing
That's
in the
when he
news.
became like technology god.
We're going back to news for a second.
Okay, this is the last thing.
We're going back to news because I just
Fine.
What's in the
remembered
news? What's in the news?
yesterday they revealed the trailer for Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
Oh, that's right. That is big news.
Nah.
Here's the bad thing. David Hayter is not voicing Solid Snake. He confirmed on his Twitter that they didn't even ask him to do the voice for the game.
Solid Snake should be retired. He's old.
It's not Solid. It's Big Boss.
It's Big Boss.
Wait, they're not going to have him voice Big Boss?
He's not doing a voice for the game.
That doesn't make any sense.
They didn't. Konami didn't even ask him
Doesn't
to.
make sense.
Of
Metal
course
Gear
it doesn't.
does make sense.
It does
you just
not
don't
make
know.
sense. Doesn't.
You just don't know.
I could read everything.
You just don't know.
Okay,
I
okay.
could play all of them.
Can-
I still don't know.
It all makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
It does not.
Nanomachines.
Hideo Kojima is on crack.
He's a fantastic
Metal Gear.
dude, like, for making games, but he
Otacon.
it's like trying to string together Castlevania or
Colonel.
Resident Evil or Silent Hill. Just doesn't work out.
Liquid.
When you have a mobile weapons platform that moves like a cow, I just put the controller down.
Okay, we're done with this. All right, folks. Follow us on the podcast, please. We would love to hear from you if you want to contact us. So hit us up on Facebook, Twitter.
YouTube. Leave comments.
Let us know what you think.
Leave suggestions. If you want a segment cut out. If you want a certain member of the podcast eliminated because he spews random stupid crap. Just let him know.
Eli must die.
Hey, let us know what you think. Leave some comments so we can improve. We're always looking for input so that we can placate to the audience.
So I'm Nathan, and I'm going to sign us off here.
Buy more comics.
Do stuff.
Play more games.
You know what? Watch Arrow, because it's awesome.
Yeah, that is a pretty good show.
All right. Thanks for joining us, and hope to hear from you sometime soon.
No
For
more
sure.
Take it easy.